Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday night's edition of the North Bank Summit. I'm your host. Can you believe it? They've let me loose on my own. What on earth could happen? My name is John Brookes, Schooner, Brooksy, call me what you like. I've heard it all before. I've got four smashing, beautiful fellas alongside me. I've got Ian. Hello again. How you doing, my friend? This man has saved my life this week. He's got me a ticket for Brentford, so I'm in love with him. How you doing, pal? You all right?
I'm doing very well, my good man. Good to have you back hosting again. You did a great job last time, so looking forward
to it. Thank you very much. Yep, they haven't banned me yet, so it's all good. And Mark, a pleasure. We've got two of Ireland's finest. Very nice to meet you finally after all this time.
We'll let our viewers be the judge of that. But yeah, good to be on again. Nice to speak to you again, Brooksy.
Good man. And last but not least, two fine specimens I see down the bottom there. South East's finest, Liam Cope. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. You've had a busy week, have you? You look knackered.
Yeah. Always busy at the moment, but yeah.
That's all those ladies just don't leave you alone. The ladies' favourite herself. How you doing, Karl?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
It's all down here for me, son.
This is going to be carnage, isn't it? It's going to be absolute carnage, this show. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's all fun and games, isn't it? What are they going to do, ban us? We live in a world where Donald Trump could be president again, but that's probably a different topic entirely. So, right, let's crack on before I get banned. Right, so Monday night, we played the mighty Sheffield United. I mean, on this very show last Thursday, Ian would back me. John Brookes said 6-0. And, well, there you go. A 6-0 thrashing of Sheffield United. It started very well. First few minutes could have had one or two goals. 5 minutes, Martin Odegaard scores. 8 minutes later, an own goal. 2 minutes later, Martinelli scores again. You're thinking, surely not. 10 minutes later, Havertz scores. And followed 14 minutes later, 39 minutes gone, it's 5-0. Just after the second half starts, we'll ease off. We made a few changes. 6-0. Lovely jubbly. Liam Cope, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, just a nice, easy evening, to be honest, was what we wanted. We wanted a nice battering, get the usual scoreline up. I've been flowing the goals at the moment. And then we wanted a little run out with, basically make some subs in the second half. Get Vieira on, Party on, Jesus on for a run out as well, which is what we did. It was a perfect evening, to be honest. You thought one of those games would be like a little banana scheme. No, Sheffield United absolutely, I can't swear, but they are. So you'd thought it'd be like one of those, like the Everton game last year. It might be a little banana skin. They might just be up for it, but no, we put them to the sword early on, and it was easy from then on. Yeah, perfect evening, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I love it when we get something a good humping. I mean, it's just, it's just nice. Like I said, we've struggled over the years. Monday Night Football, they put us on there for a reason. Mark, what did you think? Wasn't it great?
Yeah, as Liam has just said, incredibly easy. Once we got the first goal, you kind of knew that it was going to be that way. They're probably, if not the worst, certainly in the bottom 5 teams that have ever played in the Premier League. It looks like themselves and Burnley are doing their best to break Derby County's lowest points total record. I can't get over how bad they are, to be honest. They offered no resistance whatsoever, but we were very good, very, very sharp in the first half, and perfect evening, as Liam said. We got Jesus on, we got Partey on, Fabio Vieira came on at half time, all guys who need minutes, and it shows we're really taking the piss when we bring on Cedric Suarez with half an hour to go.
I can't believe he's still there, honestly.
Yeah.
So, Karl, I suppose the only disappointment. No, I don't think anyone does, to be fair. So I suppose the only disappointment, Karl, was it was only 6-0. I mean, I was hoping for a few more, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Newcastle pasted them 8-0. So I was like, I shouldn't grumble, but...
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, we've been great, haven't we, in the last 5 or 6 games or so in terms of goals that we're getting. I think we just eased off, didn't we, really? I mean, after we went 5, got the 6th in the second half. It would have been nice to get 7, 8, keep going, but it's weird. It never really happens like that, does it? We go steaming on, and then we kind of we stop. But usually we stop after about 2-0, and then let them back in it, and then it's nervous from that point on. But I can't really complain at the moment. We're absolutely scoring for fun, and hopefully it continues on Saturday. To be fair, before our next little break hopefully sends them to Dubai again, because last time we went, that's when we came back and smashed all these goals in.
You do wonder, didn't you, Ian? All of a sudden, I mean, when they went to Dubai, everyone had the ump. So they'd lost 2 games in a row. There's people going, if they come back and they start losing again, but this can't be a coincidence, surely. The team spirit. I mean, you only have to look at the likes of Havertz and that. Everyone's just absolutely bouncing.
Yeah, everybody's on it since we've come back from Dubai, and we're waiting for the bubble to burst at the moment. As football fans, and especially Arsenal fans, you have that kind of fear that this isn't going to last. But it's strange for me. Like I'm not getting nervous before games. I'm not, and it's not true over confidence or anything like that. I just think we're set up so well now to just stifle teams. And when you get your early start as well. When you get early goals, which like Arsenal just come out of the blocks, the last 5, 6, 7 games, we've just come out of the block so fast, and you don't feel nervous, and that's all happened since we got back from Dubai. It's kind of weird now thinking back to our form before Christmas when we lost the 2 games, like what was going on. But whatever happened in Dubai, long may it continue.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. I mean, the football they're playing. I mean, I know Sheffield United, but they just absolutely destroyed them. I mean. Saka was having a field day. I mean, he obviously went off at half time, and apparently he's not been well. But he just absolutely ripped him apart. And Martin Odegaard, I mean, I said to Karl after the game, I think I put that on Twitter, he's just unbelievable. He's just, I'm just getting far too excited. But he's just ridiculous.
That pass to Martinelli
£30 million.
Jesus
£30
Christ.
million. I mean, we have absolutely pulled Mildred's pants down and absolutely, done them. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. He's worth 150 million now, and it's absolutely loving his football. I mean, I've got some stats. I mean, I know people get saying we need a striker, but I was having a look earlier. Odegaard now 6 goals, 6 assists. Kai Havertz 7 goals, 3 assists. Martinelli 6 goals, 4 assists. Declan Rice 5 goals, 5 assists, and the star. Of course, Saka with 13 goals and 8 assists. I mean, it's just, they've all just hit form at the right time. And, I've never mentioned the strikers' assists and goals. I mean, not there's that many, to be honest. But you can see we're just scoring for fun. I mean, even Benny White popping up with an absolute belter. It's just everyone. I mean, like you said, Mark said, with that pass from Odegaard in the first half, it's just full of confidence running through the team. And it's absolutely tremendous. I mean, I can't wait for Saturday. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to batter them. And maybe it will come and bite me on the arse. But the confidence is there. We are absolutely thrashing everybody.
Yeah.
And people still want to doubt us. I mean, I shouldn't let it bother me, but David James giving it a little bit of mouth as Sky Sports News. And I think Liverpool, Man City are going to do that. Stick up your ass. I mean, honestly, it's so easy to discount Arsenal. I don't know what it seems to be, some sort of media trend.
Well, that's good.
They can't win. I know it's good, but it gets my bloody nerves, Karl.
Oh no.
I mean, let's not muck about. If results go the way of the weekend, we could be top.
Yeah.
And we're up there.
Yep.
And the goal difference as well. I mean, that could be key. I mean, they've got a +10 goal difference better than Man City. You just can't knock it. You really can't. I mean, we're not. That game on Sunday afternoon's going to be an absolute belter. I mean. So what would everyone think about that? What would you rather have? I mean, I had this conversation with someone at work earlier, and I was like, well, a draw would be good. But they were saying, well, surely you want Liverpool to win because Man City are probably your biggest rivals, so surely you want them to drop points. So I was like, why does you want to be top of the league? So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think personally a Liverpool win is the worst result for us. I think their running is probably a tad easier than definitely ours and probably City's. It's hard to see where they're going to drop many points. They don't drop 2 or 3 this weekend. So I think a Liverpool result is the worst result for us. Liverpool win. A draw to me is the best result for us, and then City winning, being kind of middle of the pack. That's the way I see it, anyways. That if a Liverpool defeat is great or a draw. Once Liverpool drop points, I think that's the best result, best case scenario for us.
They keep winning with all their players out. They keep winning, which is the worry. And obviously, the Salah's looks like he's going to be back soon. Nunes has had a little rest. I know he scored a couple tonight.
Salah's on the bench tonight as well.
Oh, is he? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I can see him beating Man City, but Man City, Man City. So, I mean, hopefully they kick the poo out of each other. There you go. And lots of players get unwell, if you want. That would help. But yeah, like I said, we just need to win on Saturday. That's the most important thing.
All we can do is look after our own. All we can do is look after our own result, and I agree with Mark. I think a draw is the best result. I don't think Liverpool winning is a good result, although we don't want City taking too many points across the rest of the season, I think it's better them to win it if there was to be a winner. But a draw, because as well, you think about it. If it is a draw, their goal difference is going to stay the same, and if we carry on, I'm not saying we're going to beat Brentford. I think we're going to beat them well, but I don't think it'll be 5-6. But if we get another 3 or 4 goals onto the goal difference, while the others two stay the same, that could be massive, absolutely massive, come the end of the season.
Surely it could be all about pressure. Who plays before who? Because
yeah, there'll be a lot of that.
They're only here. That's it. It's going to be like that to the end of the season, And we've got to make hay while the sun shines, as it were. Going back to Monday night, I don't know if you see that fact. The first time ever in English football history that a team has won by 5 goals or more in 3 consecutive games. It's just absolutely incredible what they're doing at the moment. Unprecedented. Credit where credit is due. Yeah. And even the likes of, Ben White, I don't know if anyone seen his interview after the game of what he thought of his goal. Have you seen it? And he's just like typical Ben White. Oh, I just hit the ball. I didn't see it go in. Absolutely incredible.
You got to look Ben.
He's brilliant. He's so understated. I mean, I know it's the fact that he says he hates football and
just plays everything down.
It's brilliant, though. It's just like he clearly doesn't care. It's brilliant. He just plays his football, just turns up and does his job. And he's been absolutely outstanding this season. I mean, it doesn't look like, going ahead to the Euros, it doesn't look like he's going to play, which I suppose is good for Arsenal. He's going to get a good rest. But as an Englishman, I don't understand it at all, because I don't think there's anyone better in the league this year. I think it's been superb. And talking of fullbacks, I think Kiwior as well. I have to say, he's been absolutely tremendous.
Been exceptional.
I see a rumour the other day about Zinchenko, and a few people were up in arms, so he could be sold. I'm not going to lie, I couldn't really care less. I think Kiwior's absolutely brilliant. He hasn't been missed. And that's another thing I'll get on in a minute, squad depth. These players coming in, no one's being missed, everyone's coming and doing their job, and people are now finding it hard to get into the team, which hasn't always been the case. Liam, what do you think about Kiwior this year? Been impressed?
Yeah, he's been brilliant, to be fair. It's just a bit of stability on that left side, because like you said with Zinchenko, he's as good as he is on the ball, everyone knows his flaws in his defending. And
liability.
Yeah, just when you've got like a raw Martinelli on that side as well, like he just runs and he obviously does get back as well, but he's not the first to get back. Where he kind of just he's not partly to blame for that though. Zinchenko does Martinelli even Zinchenko does go missing, so that's his own fault. And when he's meant to be defended, he's normally up playing centre forward or something stupid. So I think Kiwior's been brilliant. So he deserves the place where he is at the moment. He deserves to start every game. And we conceded 3 goals in 7 games or something, and they've all been
crazy. And the shots on target,
the goals we conceded have been useless. But we've been that good that we don't even look under threat, and that's just mainly partly down to Kiwior just playing really solidly and playing well, and that's what you want. But to go into Zinchenko, I probably wouldn't sell him, but I understand the reason behind people wanting to sell him. But like you just said, with squad depth, you want to keep these players. So that I think you'd want to keep Zinchenko. He only can play multiple positions. He can play left back and he can play centre midfield as well. So you kind of want that.
No.
Especially in games like where we're going to dominate the ball, you want him there because you don't really need four defenders. You can muck it around a bit and put Zinchenko into the middle like we did at the start of the season. So I think he's there for different options. Really, they're probably not there to start against teams like Liverpool and City, because I probably wouldn't start him either. But in games like Brentford on Saturday, you'd be happy with Zinchenko playing because we're going to be ball dominant. So that's why. Yeah, exactly. That's why you have squad depth and you have the choices off the bench and on the pitch as well.
And the players that come on in the second half, Fabio, Vieira, Karl and Partey come on. I mean, they both looked a bit rusty, to be fair to them. But, you know, especially Thomas Partey, I think everyone wants to see him back. Well, they say that the midfield three should be Odegaard, Partey and Rice. But is Partey going to get in with Jorginho? Another brilliant performance the other night.
Yeah, he's really stepped up, Jorginho, to be fair to him. He's looked a real good asset for us. And to be honest, he's not really, other than the Tottenham game where he gave the ball away for their second goal, he's been pretty solid, hasn't he, for us? And to be honest, in that position, the one player you'd want on the ball is Jorginho. Unfortunately, it's just one of those mistakes, and it happened in the North London derby. And because he comes from Chelsea, he gets a little bit more stick. So it be. So Partey, for me, is a massive difference maker. If he can keep himself fit for the end of the season, him, Rice and Odegaard as the midfield three is up there with, I think, the best in the league. I don't think there's any better in the world even at that point. Partey just sitting there and allowing Rice to be that number 8, and you could see where Rice plays in that 8. The press is insane with him, Odegaard. They just don't let any team get out, and then Partey
Odegaard doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop. No, and then it just all that does is bring our back four up even more as well. We're literally camped in their half, and they can't get out because they knock the ball over the top. You got 2 of the quickest centre backs in the league sweeping out. Raya playing on the halfway line as well. We're just camping, and that's why we've scored so many goals, because the teams they're just giving up. They're like, what's the point? We can't do anything, and they're just letting us score. So. Timber as well, obviously coming back into the fold will be, well, it is a new signing anyway, isn't it? It's just about keeping all the others fit, isn't it, as well? And if we can do that, stay in the mix, which I think we will, then who knows? Like, we were favourites last year, and I think that really played against us. So Liverpool being in the Europa as well, you know how that really affects teams. It has done for us for years. That Sunday, Thursday football, it's not ideal. So we'll see. And their injuries obviously will play a part as well.
No, that's right. Surely, Mark, you think after last year's experience, getting so close and just sadly, this thing is going a bit awry at the end, surely that's going to give them experience and more know-how this year, you'd like to think?
You'd have to hope so, wouldn't you, Brooksy? You'd absolutely have to hope so. Having been down the stretch last season, they know what's required now. They know slip-ups are just not an option at all. I think last year, during that run-in, we dropped silly points against the likes of Southampton, Forest away, Brighton at home. You would hope that they've realised, look, we have to be on it absolutely every game between now and the end of the season. That there can't be any slip-ups, because the 2 teams we're going up against, they don't throw away silly points. They just don't. So we have to be on it every single game between now and May or June, whenever the season finishes.
So the current form we're in, I mean, I don't remember us playing this well last year at the moment. The run we're on.
No, absolutely
we're just
not.
Absolutely taking everybody. I mean, I know they've got to keep going. They've just got to keep playing on. You think, obviously, they've got Brentford on Saturday, and obviously Porto, and then they have that break. And then it's Man City away. Is that correct? That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's
on,
the
yeah.
game. I mean, we can get through these 2 wins, and then obviously that's the one. And I don't know if it might help as well, because obviously the Man City game last year away was quite late in the season. And so well,
yeah, we were a beaten docket when we went up there last
the
season.
injuries didn't help.
We looked like a team who was ready for the season to be over.
Yeah, we wounded from those 3 draws, weren't we?
Obviously, Rob Holding, not his fault, but obviously him playing centre half against Haaland, we all knew what was going to happen. So
bloodbath.
It was.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed. In regards to Saturday, Ian, what do you think team selection wise? Do you think he'll rotate? Because obviously Smith Rowe, I mean, bless him, he didn't get on, and I think we all worried that the writing's on the wall, because that would have been a lovely game to throw him on for half hour. I mean, no offence to Vieira, but I think most people wanted Smith Rowe to come on for a half because
Yeah,
he just needs
yes,
that
I
goal.
Ian was it you? I was on with him when we talked about Smith Rowe and his role in the goal against Newcastle.
Willock run. Yeah.
He just watched Willock run right by him, and I think Arteta's a details man, and he would have gone, "No, I'm not forgiving you for that, not straight away. Anyways, you can sit on the bench for this week, and we'll play it by ear from then." From what Arteta is very much a details man, and anything like that he would have picked up. If we can see it watching on the telly, he definitely would have picked up on it, and I would have said he probably said, "Yeah, that's a mistake you're going to learn from, and you're going to learn from it by taking time out in a
And
game."
the worry with that is if you don't play against Sheffield United away, he's not going to trust him in one of the bigger games, Ian, is he?
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly the thing. Instead of giving minutes to Smith Rowe, he gave them to Fabio Vieira, who, like in fitness terms, is further behind Smith Rowe. But I agree 100%. As Mark said, we spoke about it on the pod last week. Arteta just will not have that. He won't tolerate that kind of, like, Arsenal are one of the best off the ball teams in the world, and he won't have that carry on basically from Smith Rowe. In terms of the team for Saturday, I'm wondering, he may go same again, but I'm wondering, will he rest Jorginho for Porto? Because that's going to be that's a very important game, obviously. And if he does that, you think Declan Rice will come back into that 6 role, and then you would have Havertz moving into the 8, and maybe Trossard up top. Maybe Jesus. I don't think Jesus is ready. I think he needs a couple of more minutes, a couple of games under his belt. But other than that, I think he'll go very similar. I'm just that's the only thing I'm thinking. Will he rest Jorginho for Tuesday?
Yeah.
And he came out in his press conference
I
today.
think he said today, Martinelli
that's
should be
right.
fit
They
as
said
well.
that Saka should be recovered. Martinelli, I wouldn't be surprised if he rested him and played Trossard.
Yeah. There could be some obviously injuries allowing. Hopefully Martinelli's okay. Obviously we won't have Raya in goal. We'll have Aaron Ramsdale. And that's going to be an interesting one because Brentford are very, very much a kind of a set piece team, and we know how good Raya is at collecting balls. He's brilliant for these set piece. Defensively, he's very good for them, and Ramsdale has had a few dodgy moments in terms of balls being pushed under his crossbar, kind of a thing. And he didn't. You remember in the away game, obviously Raya couldn't play there either. And do you remember he gave the ball away? Declan Rice ran back onto the line.
Fucked it.
Yes.
So like he's had a couple of dodgy moments. And don't get me wrong, I love Aaron Ramsdale, and he's still a very, very, very good goalkeeper. But I just hope he has a solid game on Saturday.
There is a lot of pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure on him. Liam, what do you reckon? You worried about him, or do you think he deserves our? We're all with him, but are you worried that he might drop a wicket?
I think he should be all right. I think when Ian said when it was earlier in the season against Brentford away, it was kind of wasn't firing all cylinders. Then we was still a bit dodgy at the back. Well, not dodgy, but we wasn't as comfortable as we are now. So. If you look at Raya in the last few games, he's only touched the ball. So if we can do that,
that's the
Saturday,
thing. If we play as we've been playing, then he shouldn't really have a lot to do.
All Ramsdale will have to do.
One of us could play.
But I can't see him being under too much threat. He might have to deal with a few set pieces, but bar that,
he'll be okay.
Yeah, it should be under control. That he hardly touches the ball. The only time he touches the ball for a goal kick or if we pass it back to him. So.
And even my feeling is, even if he did, chuck one into his own net, which I don't think he will, but even if he did, I think we have enough about us to stick a few in the other end to not worry about something like that. So, but no, I trust him. I think he'll do. I think he'll do okay.
He'll want to be up for it as well. I mean, he hasn't played for 3 months or whatever, so he's got to come in, especially the way he's playing at the moment.
And he's in the shop window.
Should be bouncing. He is. Yes. But the place should be bouncing. I don't know I know the Newcastle, I know that was a later time, but they did a big old thing and fireworks and buy one, get one free beer, etc. I don't know if they've got anything similar planned for Saturday, but I presume the stadium's going to be absolutely electric again. So surely, Ramsdale loves it anyway, so that can only help. He'll get a great reception. We'll be right behind him. So, hopefully he doesn't do anything and we win 7-0.
Jobs are good.
Oh, mate. I'll be on Ian's lap. He'll be loving it.
Isn't
Oh, were
it
you
funny?
going Saturday?
Me?
Ah,
I am.
almost speechless. I'm excited. Ah,
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
yeah. It's
Gonna
gonna
be a
be good.
good
So,
one.
what are we thinking for Saturday then? Any predictions? Mark, I'll go with you. What are you thinking?
I'll go 3-1.
That'll do, Karl.
I don't think we'll concede, so I'm gonna go 3-0.
Yeah, I think 4-0, to be honest. Kobe?
Yeah, to be different, I'll just say 2-0. I just think it'll be a goal but for half, comfortable.
Yeah. And Ian, yourself?
Yeah, I don't know why we just seem to concede at home, but for some reason I've gone 4-1. They, now to be fair, they are missing so many players. Their complete back four is missing.
I was just going to say, yeah, I heard that someone put that on Twitter.
Yeah. They have like Rico Henry's gone. He's gone all season. Mbembo is gone as well. He's injured. They've got so many players out injured. They will still have Ivan Toney and that gobshite Mope.
Yeah. Liam's mate.
Yeah.
he hates him. Yeah.
But, and they might nick one, but I think we should beat them comfortably. I'm going 4-1.
That's the thing. I know we struggled sometimes against Brentford at home. Was it last season? It was last season. We got screwed over by that stupid Giants,
Don't mention that.
And I think we've all seen that if you do rubbish at your job, you get rewarded by being VAR for Arsenal, which is really, really wonderful. I mean, that's just
weird thing, isn't
it? It is. Let's be honest. It's just a joke. It's no coincidence. I don't think. If he shouldn't even be anywhere near the Premier League for a couple of weeks after the mistake he's made. Let alone get rewarded with that. Let's be honest.
It was the same mistake twice, wasn't it, in the same game? Because he'd done it for Forest in the first half, didn't he?
I understand there's a lot of pressure on referees, but if you don't have a basic understanding of the rules, it's just crazy. When you've got the likes of even Richard Keys and Andy Gray saying how bad it is, you know he's made a balls up.
He's made a proper. But that's like, was it Mike Dean was on? So he called it a monumental.
He did, yeah. He's not silly now. Now he's out of it. He takes them all down.
Yeah, and the fact I know where he's coming from. The fact of the matter is, as you said, Brooks, he got the rules of the game wrong. Whatever about missing a foul or missing a handball or whatever, that can happen. It's a referee's judgment call. To actually get the rule of the game wrong, that's a big no-no. Like, you just can't do that.
It's crazy. It doesn't seem to happen at many other teams. Liverpool always seem to get that little bit of luck. I'm guaranteed there'll be whoever's here it is for Sunday's game, because all the eyes will be on that.
It's at Anfield, isn't it?
It is at Anfield. Yeah, it's 4:30 kickoff, I believe.
No, and it's 4:45, isn't it?
Is it? Quarter to 4?
Yeah. I think the cops got involved and said this has to kick off a bit earlier.
Yeah, it's a weird kickoff time.
Yeah. Four of Liverpool's next 5 games are at home.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know they've got Sheffield United coming up.
And Crystal Palace, we're talking about the goal difference earlier on.
Well, that's the goals right there.
Possibly, the Liverpool will peg us back, especially with Palace. As the Sheffield United at Anfield, the away game they have is at Old Trafford, but that's probably going to be a 2 or 3-0 Liverpool win anyway. But they were due to play away to Everton in the middle of that, but because of that game, because of the FA Cup, that was changed. So they have four home games and 5 league games, which is a worry,
That's a good thing. Obviously, other clubs are involved in cup competitions, and obviously their games are going to be rejigged around and chucked to the end of the season. So obviously we can either get the break because we're not playing, or there might be a time where we can have a game while they're in the cup and we win. The more pressure we can put on them, the better.
Well, this is the thing. They've got, even though they've got those home games, they've got to win those home games.
Yeah, the pressure. Yeah, it's a bit of pressure.
The pressure.
It's harder and harder as longer it goes. Everyone knows how hard it is to win
because they're going to then have to make up all those away games. So
And the thing as well, normally it's like a 2-horse race, and you're worried about. But now everyone's worrying about 2 others. It's a lot. You're going to see who falls apart first. Really,
So any slip up is even more costly, because the likes of 2 teams slipping up, it's it's very, very unlikely. Whereas when it's a 2-horse race, one team might always slip up to let you back in. But when you're chasing 2 other teams, both of them are unlikely to slip up. So that's why everything has to be basically spot on for us and for them as well. They're in the same boat. They know if Liverpool drop points, both City and ourselves won't. Same with City. They know both Liverpool and Arsenal won't drop points if they do. So it's one of those. The air's getting very thin at the top. It's pressure cooker time.
Surely where squad depth is going to come into its own, isn't it, Ian?
Absolutely.
Arteta's got to be very cute and clever. What they all have, really.
Yeah.
Picking the right players and keep everyone happy and will keep everyone fresh, really. Because obviously, everyone's going to be needed. Everyone's going to play. Surely, obviously, you'd like to see your Timbers to come back in the next few months. Tommy Yasu, and he seems to have dropped off the face of the earth since he's come back from the Asia Cup. I don't know where he is. I don't even know what he's injured with. No one seems to know. Or have I missed something? It's just, surely he'll come back. I mean, where he'll get, no. But obviously, you looked at the bench the other night, and it was just nice to see, Jesus, Trossard, Smith Rowe, Partey. It was a lovely, lovely strong bench, and that's without a few of the others. So you just, and Jesus, when is he going to get unleashed again? Do we think he won't start against Brentford, and then maybe Mark he'll start against Porto? Do you think you'll want him for that game? You believe?
I think he'll probably start one of the two because and his record in the Champions League is incredible, for both us and for Manchester City. So maybe he will get a start against Porto on Tuesday night because we need at least one against them to take the extra time. So we have to score on Tuesday. So yeah, maybe he will be unleashed against Porto, given his record in the Champions League is so strong.
Obviously, it's a case of if we get a few early goals on the Saturday, I think he'll start rotating straight away with Porto and Mind. It's Tuesday night, isn't it? Is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you obviously don't want to tinker too much because get this win done first and then go from there. Are you all going Tuesday? I know you are, Kobe, obviously. Ian, yourself?
No, I can't. Yeah, annual leave.
I presume the away game, midweek game is supposed to be tough.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, because obviously traveling over from Ireland, that's 2 days off work, and so I'm hoping, I'm saving those annual leave days. I'm hoping for either the quarter final or the semi final. We'll see. We'll cross our fingers. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I presume you're not going, Karl.
No, not to that.
It's like £70 a ticket. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, just a separate thing. I don't know how you're getting on with the ballots, but I had another no for the Luton game a day. And that's about 8 times I've tried now. I've not got one.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Luckily, I've managed to get tickets for good people like Ian and George and that. The 3 or 4 times I've been, Mum's cousin Alan, it's 4 or 5 times I've been through the generosity of others. Ballot.
It's who you know.
No, it's just a joke. I just
it is.
Go into this quickly. I mean, obviously, Liam, Ian, Mark, are you a season ticket holder as well?
Yeah, I am indeed, yeah.
You 3 all laughing at me and Karl, aren't you, really? It's just a joke. I mean, I'm a silver member. Are you red or silver, Karl?
Red, so I'm even worse off, to be fair.
And, I mean, last year was bad enough. I managed to get a couple of tickets. But this year, they said, everyone will get... I'm hoping, because they said this thing, everyone, you should get at least... There was some sort of percentage that said that everyone should get about 2-3 games or something like that. So I'm hoping that my luck will end up being the end of the season when it really, really matters, I actually get to go. But I just don't see how they're going to sort this out. Because, you see some people going to the games, your social media people do, and, how can I put this without sounding rude? But like your people that come, how can I put this without getting in trouble? But the people pay a fortune coming over from, Japanese Americans who come over, I want to go and see a game of soccer, and they get, well, you know what I mean though, they go, we'll get you a ticket, and all of a sudden they get tickets, and the likes of me and you, Karl, don't get a sausage.
No, I know the ballot system's flawed. Hopefully they change it next year, but I don't know. I haven't heard no communication from Arsenal that they're going to do that. But
I think the woman that's in charge is a woman called Juliet Slot, apparently, and she does get quite a lot of abuse on Twitter. But it's just You don't condone it, but you understand it, because at the end of the day, people want to go and watch their football team, and they've got a chance of winning the league, and no one can go and watch them.
Listen, her background, I think, is horse racing. I think Newbury Racecourse was her previous job, so she's probably bringing a lot of what she got there to Arsenal. It's a totally different dynamic, totally different crowd, horse racing and football.
She's got any tips?
Not the same dynamic or same crowd at all.
She gave me the Cheltenham winners, so I got on the phone to her.
Yeah. They'll be posted on the website next week. Keep an eye out for them.
Is that Willie Mullins?
In terms of,
you won't be going too far wrong if you do that.
In terms of business, like the Arsenal, the club, like if you just took Arsenal as a business, this might be controversial to say, but Arsenal as a business would probably want 60,000 brand new fans every week showing up to every match, because they'll all go into the Armoury, they'll all spend a month's wages on stuff in there, and obviously that's not going to happen. It's not realistic, but and I'm not saying that's what's happening in terms of the club trying to get new people in or getting different people in, but I don't know how they'll ever fix it. It's really, really flawed at the moment. Myself and Mark were on the ticketing pod on was it Sunday night, was it, or
Sunday night?
Sunday, yeah.
And we had a good chat about it there, and it's very, very complicated. It's I don't know how. I wouldn't fancy being in that position, trying to work it all out and trying to get it right, because it's very, very tough.
It just seems to have made a complete mess of it. It's just, I don't know how they can resolve it. And let's face it, if we do win the league or Champions League or even both this season, then next year it's just the demand's going to be even greater.
Yeah.
So I just do not know what they're going to do.
Yeah, 210,000 red members. Like, I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's insane, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the number is for silver, but I know it's quite a high. And the waiting list for a season ticket's like 65,000 or something. It's absolutely crazy.
That's fill another stadium with.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think we'll ever expand the stadium? Because there's a few gaps. You could probably get a few seats in, but I don't know how much more they could do.
Well, Mark had a great idea on the Sunday pod. You shared that idea, Mark.
Yeah. Why don't we just let people stand on the roof? Bungee rope attached to the roof. Call it the rooftop experience. You'll be able to charge a fortune for it.
I think that
probably have to get them to sign a few waivers before they stand up there. But
we
were speaking. Last game of the season.
I'm patenting that idea.
I'll stand anywhere you like. I don't care.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Apparently, there's talk of there's no room for expansion. I know that you're talking about the gaps. I know you may have been joking, but they were talking about the safe standing and potentially that adding more capacity. But I think, Mark, you were saying that it's the opposite. It actually takes seats away. Now, I assume that it would be just like your seat would be your seat, but if that was to be changed to standing, you would still only have that one space for safe standing. But apparently it would take away a little bit of the capacity if you had.
Yeah, from correspondence I've seen from Arsenal, they've said it actually, when most people are of the belief it should increase the capacity, it absolutely won't. If anything, it'll reduce it for safety measures. So I don't see safe standing being a feature at the Emirates anytime soon anyways.
No. It'll just have to be the rooftop experience for now to increase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you can go walking about on the O2, I'm sure you can do it in the Emirates.
Yeah, exactly.
So with regards to the Porto game on Tuesday, I know it's quite a way away, but what we're thinking, we confident? I mean, they beat Benfica 5-0 on Sunday. I mean, they're up there. I know Sport are top, and they're going quite well, but is anyone worried? I mean, I am slightly worried. I'm not going to lie, because obviously we need to score. I mean, the pressure will be on us, because obviously it's all down to us to score, and everyone's expecting us to go through, because obviously we're the home team, and we are the better team on paper and how well we're doing, but they're no mugs, and let's face it, they'll do exactly what they did in the first game. They'll try and deceive and con and cheat and stop play, frustrate us for as long as possible. The longer we don't score, the more frustrated we'll get, and obviously if they hit us on the counter-attack. Kopi, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's what you just said, Reed. Like, I'd only be worried if it got to about 60 minutes and it was still 0-0, to be honest. But I can't see us not coming out and being up, bang up for it, and coming out firing and hopefully getting an early goal and just settling the nerves and going on from there. But yeah, if we let them off the hook early doors and they settle into the game, it could be a frustrating night because like you said, they're going to play every trick in the book. They got enough. They did it enough in the first leg. They got fucking Pepe who does it every minute of the game.
Ah, mate. How's he still going?
Yeah, they're going to try every trick. But yeah, we just need to just come out and put them to bed early, hopefully, and it should be a nice, easy 2 or 3-0. But we need to, come out firing.
I think as fans, we have a big role to play next Tuesday night. They all talk about the atmosphere at Anfield on a European night and how it makes things difficult for the ref, never mind the opposition. So I think whoever's in the stadium Tuesday has a big role to play as well to create that special atmosphere.
Yeah,
we all know European nights can be special no matter where it is, whether it's the Emirates, Anfield, the Etihad. European nights do just hit a bit different. So I do think the fans have a big role to play. Like what they got away with in Porto because the referee was so weak was unreal. So if we do get a weak referee again on Tuesday night, hopefully as a crowd we can influence them to give us those couple of extra decisions. Like in Porto, particularly the way corners were refereed was just an absolute joke. As soon as the ball was crossing the box, he couldn't blow a whistle to give a free out quick enough. As you know, set pieces are one of our strengths, so that was completely taken away by the referee that night. So hopefully that doesn't happen next Tuesday and we are actually allowed to compete for the ball in corners and free kicks. But yeah, as I said, an early goal would be huge. I'll tell you one thing I said this after first leg, I'm delighted the away goals rule is scrapped because one goal for them would make things very tricky if that was still in place.
No, that's the thing. And like I talked about earlier with the Newcastle game, the atmosphere, I presume they'll do exactly the same thing and get the place absolutely pumping. I mean, not that we should really need any excuse. And obviously results do go the way of the weekend and we're top of the league. Obviously the place is going to be going like mental.
To be fair, the 3 group stage games were brilliant atmospheres then, so you can't.
I remember that. I was at the PSV game. That was one when it absolutely hammered it down.
Yeah,
absolutely soaked. I was with Liam, and he had his laptop in his bag, and he came straight from work, and he put it on the next day, and it was absolutely screwed because it was just soaking wet. Oh, it's absolutely no rain like it. Absolutely battered it down. We were coming out of the ground and walking to Finsbury Park. Oh, it was absolutely soaked. Yeah. Obviously, it was worth it in the end, but the atmosphere for that was good. It was good to hear the music again. Yeah, obviously, you want to keep hearing the music for the next 2 games. I mean, obviously, looking at the teams that have already gone through, 10th fate, obviously, Bayern Munich made it through, Man City, obviously, Real Madrid just got past.
Yeah,
it's looking, it's looking, it's going to be tough.
It's getting real.
Who they get next is, to be one of the big boys. It is, it is. That's something you want to be there. Just get the wins done and go from there.
I think on Tuesday as well, Brooksy, that what you described earlier on, you were wondering whether on Saturday they'll do the fireworks and the light show and all that. I don't think they'll do that for Brentford. I hope they do, but I don't think they will. But they'll definitely do that for Porto. And
I think they will.
Everybody who's in the stadium needs to get behind that. Get on top of the ref like they did over there, and just get on it from the start. If we get on it from the start and play the way we've been playing in the Premier League, and like we have to show a lot of respect to Porto, they're a good side. But if we play the way we've been playing, I think at home with the right atmosphere, I think we should do it. We should do it.
I remember, a while ago when Arsene Wenger was in charge, I think we lost 2-0 away to Porto, and then we beat them 5-0 in the second leg. And I believe Nicholas Bentner scored a hat-trick.
Yes. Lord Bentner.
Lord Bentner, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Lord Bentner.
Yes, what a man he is. So, it's easily done. Another thing I wanted to discuss, I don't know see something this week. I think it might have been someone that Liam works with, actually, John Cross of the Daily Mirror. I mean, I shouldn't really follow idiots like that, but he was talking about the player of the season. And they got me thinking him, and his one was Rodri. That didn't started. So I was just thinking, who was your player of the year for Arsenal so far this year? Ian, I'll start with you.
Wow, that's a big question because there's been so many. I think the natural answer is probably Martin Odegaard. I think he's been sensational. I think he's everything for us. Like, he gets the crowd going. He's the high press. He's our creator. He's just so good. But then you look at Declan Rice. He's been transformative. He's turned us into this monster. He just gets the ball off everybody. He can play in the 8. He's been so good. You look at Saliba and even Gabriel, the unsung hero, I think, as well. I could just go through the whole team, but for a short answer, I would say Martin Odegaard, with a very, very close second being Declan Rice.
I mean, Gabriel, I would say, has been better than Saliba this year. I think he's been absolutely superb, in my opinion. Mark, what do you think? Anyone's proper standout for you? I know it's tough.
Given Ian went through the whole team, I think I'll have to pick Cedric Suarez because he's the only one that's left. But,
I have to stop myself.
No, I think probably Saka. Saka, in games where we've needed someone. Against Liverpool, he got the first goal. It's been brilliant the last few weeks. In particular, didn't have a great start to the season by any means, but none of our attacking players were firing. Really, before they came back from Dubai. Since he come back from Dubai, he's been absolutely sensational. But as Ian mentioned, the likes of Odegaard, Rice, Saliba have been brilliant too. But Saka for me just shades it, given his attacking output, particularly in this run of games where we've been outstanding.
Yeah, I would actually agree with you, Mark. Sorry, I think he's got 13 goals and 8 assists, and people were saying he wasn't having a good season. Yeah, I think it's just a full package, and it's
shows the standards he's been playing to, doesn't it? Really,
the last few years. I mean, I know he's so young. He's such a lovely, wonderful human being. He's just so nice. It's just he gets kicked all over the pitch. He just gets on with it. He gets a lot of fouls. Even on Monday night, he had a couple of people kicked him, and the ref just ignored it. And he just gets up and just carries on. And he's finishing, and he's just superb. And I just think, he's a winger. He's got 30. He's our top goal scorer by considerable distance. And I just think, for me, it's top notch. I mean, as Ian said, it is very hard. But I just think he is our main man at the moment. Karl, yourself?
Yeah, I'd agree with Mark. I'm going for Saka, to be fair. It is very hard, obviously, because they're all playing so well at the moment. Suppose if you asked us this question a little bit earlier on, we'd have struggled a little bit, especially in naming an attacker. But yeah, I don't necessarily like answering these questions when we've still got 12 games or whatever to go. But
I want to keep asking you every week now.
Yeah, I'd nominate Saka, to be fair, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think a few months ago, Liam, we might have said Declan Rice was our player of the year. I mean, £105 million, and all of a sudden he's got 5 goals and 5 assists. Now Jorginho's playing, he's getting forward. I mean, that goal we scored on Monday, it was a brilliant finish. I mean, obviously the West Ham goal was goal of the month. And, what a signing he's been. I mean, he's been absolutely top notch, isn't he? Who'll get it for you, do you think?
I'd say Rice, to be honest. I think he's just transformed. I think he's just taken us up another level, to be honest.
He's unbelievable, isn't he? He's
got
so good. I didn't realise how good he was.
Got the winner, or the 2-1 up against United. You got the late one against Luton. You got the goal to get us back in it away to Chelsea. He's just driving force, really. He's played different, played defensive midfield and a bit further up as well. He's been, I can't see your bars for Rice, but you can make case for absolutely at least 9 of them, I think, or at least 8 of them.
And as Ian alluded to, I mean, Martin Odegaard has now hit that form which he was Ramosa last year, and he just seems to be he's just like the Energizer Bunny. He just doesn't seem to stop. If he's not gesturing the fans to come on, he's just running around pressing. And now he's shooting more and scoring more. There's been occasions where he'll get right in front of the goal and try and pass it, but now he's just whacking them in for fun, and he's passing and his beautiful eyes, and he's just he's just brilliant, and he's just he carries on. Says tempting fate. The only worry is, of course, if one of the big boys gets injured, then what happens then. But I suppose with the squad depth we've got now, it's probably not really a worry as much. I mean, even your likes of your Reece Nelsons, he hasn't really had a look in for a while. And you do wonder, Eddie Nketiah as well. I mean, I presume these are the players. I mean, I know that David Ornstein came out the other day and started listing these players who I think would leave. I mean, it looks like we could, sell quite a few and get a decent amount of money for people. And let's face it, in the last few years, your Rosals and your Pepes and the Lassinetches, they basically just got rid of them for nothing, and it's cost us quite a bit of money. Whereas now we're in a position where we can actually make quite a bit of money and then go big again like we did for Declan Rice. What do you think, Karl? You think it's all going to be like a 100? What do you think? That's probably the one thing I would say we probably not lack. We do lack. Well, a lot of people own other world-class strikers. They're hard to find. But obviously, I think that's the one thing we would, make us even more amazing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to look at City, haven't you, and Liverpool in terms of they've both got one player that's guaranteed 30 a season, and that's a lot of points that you're going to get from those goals. So I know we're heavily reliant on it as a team at the moment, but you do need that one player that can just make something out of nothing. And players like Osherman and that are going to be available. We can definitely make the funds available now through sales. Like I think Smith Rowe, although we love him, I think he will be sacrificed.
I think so.
And Nketiah, which again is sad to see Haaland go, but if they're not good enough, this is what you need to do with the youth players. This is what Chelsea did.
We're going to get 80, 90 million for them, English tax and all that. It's a thing.
Chelsea made. This is how Chelsea used to do things. Their youth players that weren't up to it, they used to sell them for big money, and then they reinvest it in better players. All right, they're struggling at the moment, but it's exactly what we need.
Say that again.
So Chelsea is struggling at the moment. Struggling at the moment. They're not, it's embarrassing.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not a shame, is it? Yeah. But yeah, you do need to do that. You sell your youth players, reinvest it. I think Nelson might be sacrificed as well. Unfortunately, again, I do like him, but there is probably better out there. And we do need that striker. We need that focal point, which would be huge for us.
So you mentioned Osimhen. Is that the one you would go for?
I mean, he's probably the main guy that would be available at the moment. I think Chelsea have just been ruled out of it, actually. So Ornstein, I think, is put out.
Well, I think he would want Champions League football.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They can't afford to, couldn't they, at the moment? Because they're going to be top of the bottom half of the table. Give them that. But they're not going to get Europe.
And then obviously PSG with Mbappe going, they'll be in the hunt for a striker.
They'll be on the hunt, but I don't know. I think you might fancy a bit of the Prem, the Africans do like to come over to the Prem.
My concern is obviously Serie A over here. I mean, the great Henry struggled to begin with. And, he's a similar player to Lukaku, and he struggled at times. I mean, the player I'm getting more and more keen on is the lad that's at Sporting Lisbon. Is it Victor?
Goya Perez?
That's not quite
the one that was
name.
the one that was at Coventry City a couple of years ago.
He was at Brighton as well.
Oh, okay, but he's absolutely on fire. I mean, again, as he's played in England, I would be inclined to possibly go for him. But again, you're looking at £100 million plus.
Portuguese league, I'm a little bit concerned about. Coming from there.
You can say that sadly about every league, even like the strikers over in Germany. So some of the German league. Yeah, you just don't know. It's just going to be the big money transfer. Obviously, you hope they get it right.
I trust
Kobe. Yeah, so do I. Kobe, who would you like to see?
I guess Osherman's the one, isn't he? I can't. If you want to make a statement, sign, he's the one. But
my concern with him is I watched some of the African Cup of Nations, and he missed quite a few setters in the air. He's always winning, and I was just like, I don't know. I just don't know. He has that X factor for me. I know he scored the other day. I think they beat someone 3-1. Was it?
Juve, was it?
That's who it was. Yes, yeah. But Ian, yourself, anyone leaping out for you?
If you had have asked me 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would have said Osimhen, and I wouldn't complain at all if we got him. I don't know if he's the right fit for us for a few different reasons. I've always had a feeling that Arteta would put somebody in that, not that we don't know, but like somebody who's not, right now, is at the top of their game, but it will just fit into our system and the way we play. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it's not an out and out striker, or it's a striker. It could be another. I could see him spending big on just another forward player. It could be a left or a right winger. But maybe not right winger, because who's going to dislodge Saka? But like Sesko's been mentioned. Gyökeres, if that's how you pronounce his name, has been mentioned as well.
That sounds better than what I would say.
Yeah, Evan Ferguson's been mentioned as well, but he'd be big money as well.
But again, though, he just
Wouldn't
seems to
touch him.
disappear. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
He's had a lot of injuries as well.
He's only 18 now, isn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he's got a lot of developing to do before he goes to the top level, and hopefully he does. Mark will agree with me. As Irishmen, we'd love to see him kick on,
Yeah.
But do you know what? It's weird, because right now, this is going to sound like a strange thing to say, but I don't care who it is. I trust Arteta. I really do. Like, I just think he's going to pick somebody who's going to work, because that's what he's been doing. He's put this team together. Who would have picked Ben White as the rifle? Who would have picked, you could name 4 or 5 players, and I just trust him, whoever it's going to be.
So if we start with Eddie Nketiah, we're all going to see him.
I said somebody new.
Yeah. No, it's just exciting, isn't it? It's just a very exciting time. It's just nice to be at the top tail, or being linked with the players that we should be being linked with.
Yeah. And I'll touch very quickly just on Hale End as well. Like, it'll be very sad to see, and I think you guys are all right. I think we will see Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, and Nketiah all go. But there's no shame in it. Like, the Arsenal is evolving, the team is evolving, and these guys just unfortunately don't have a place. And hopefully those guys do give us the money to go off and get whoever this big striker is, or big forward player.
That's something Liverpool's been excellent at for years, isn't it? The likes of Solanke, Jordan Ibe, they got rid of for stupid money. I don't know how they got the money they got for them. I think they got 60 million nearly for the two of them.
He's
like a
with
local
depression,
team,
Ipswich
United or something.
Yeah, he suffered quite heavily with depression, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a price tag, isn't it? It's a lot of pressure for a lot of young people. That's when you look at how wonderful someone like Saka is. Because all the stuff he's been through, and obviously the missed penalty, and he's just so level-headed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just he's world class. I mean, people can say what they like, but he is world class, and he's only going to get better.
And to be fair to Solanke, he did go for big money, but he's doing well. Like, he's scoring lots of goals. Like, is he top 3 top scorer in the list of top scorers?
Yeah,
I think he is. I think is it Haaland, Watkins, and him? I believe.
Yeah, could be actually.
Salah,
Salah's
possibly.
missing
Salah's he's been injured a bit, but
that is.
And still come back top scorer.
Yeah.
Another striker who you haven't mentioned, and I just mentioned him, funny enough, I just surprised myself. Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant, I have to say. A, because I hate Harry Kane, but B, I would have him starting for England myself, because he's a wonderful player, a team player, and I just think him linking up with Saka and Rice and Bellingham and Foden, I just think it'll be very, very exciting. I think Kane can be quite greedy and one-dimensional. And Watkins is hungry, young, and also apparently he's an Arsenal fan.
He is Arsenal, yeah.
Aren't they?
Everybody's an Arsenal.
Yeah. I bought my wife and he's fact, now that some random person comes, they're an Arsenal fan. Like someone like Bianca out of EastEnders. I'm pretty sure she's an Arsenal fan. Interesting fact of the day. There you go. On that note, I think, hang on, we've got left. We've got an hour. There we go. We're going into overtime.
Did we get a question there about Riot and Ramsdale? Did I see one flash up?
I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't see half of them.
Yeah, I see it there from Michael Trimble. I can read it out if you want.
Commented or put up some messages from G-Triggs, David Marr, Jonesy, George, and many others. Thank you very much for taking the time out to A, to watch us, and B, to comment. Obviously, this is a lighter version because I haven't got an absolute clue about technology. I haven't got a laptop, so there's no pictures. This is no frills. No, easy jet.
The way we like it, Brooksy.
Oh, absolutely.
No fancy gimmicks here.
That's it. No. All the frills will be revealing on Saturday when I'm sitting next to him. Oh, mate. As long as we win, mate, we'll be absolutely bouncing. Before and after, it should be a very, very good evening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
And hopefully, Liam won't be getting home until he won't have to get home until 7 in the morning.
Well, do you know, I'll give you a funny one. My flight, see, on Sunday, it's Mother's Day here in Ireland.
Yes, it is here as well.
Oh, is it as well? Right, okay, sorry. And my flight home is at 10 to 8 a.m. So I have to be up. I'll have to be up at about, I don't know, 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
it might be
just go to the casino with Liam, you'd be grand.
Yeah, it might be a case it could be a case that I just don't go to bed at all and just go straight up to Stansted Airport.
Quality. No, that's dedication. So where are you staying in? Hotel nearby?
I'm staying in a Premier Inn in Southgate. I normally stay in Archway, but in the Premier Inn in Archway. But I checked the both.
Bless you, Karl. Go on.
Thank you.
Bless you. So yeah, the Premier Inn in Southgate will be on Saturday night. Yeah.
Quality.
Nice and basic.
Lovely. But you never know. Me and Kopi might end up in there with you.
We'll have an after match a party in the hotel room. Yeah.
Yes, that we'll all celebrate, you know.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Fingers crossed. So score predictions for the Porto game. I don't think we did that. I reckon 3-1 to us.
I was going to go 3-1 as well. I was going to go 3-1.
Mark?
I'll go 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 as well. 2-0.
Obi, which saying 5-0?
I'll go 4-0. I think we're battering.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Finish on a high.
We get a couple of early goals. It could be a walk in the park. They're crap, really. They were absolutely rubbish. Apart from buying the referee, they were awful. Firstly, scored a screamer, and that was it.
It's not one you'd want to watch back that first leg. And do you know what? I do agree, Liam. Like if we score early and we're on it, it could be a bit of a hiding, but it's just a case of whether we can do that or not.
Yeah, just break through that first 10-15 minutes of them. Yeah. They're going to sit back, aren't they, early doors? So we get through that.
But it has been a feature recently. The last few games we've started off so quickly. And I know some of the teams we've played haven't been the best, but just straight away, just straight on it.
And I hope in the dressing room, you know the way Arteta likes to put up, a little reason for the team to go out strong. You know, with the Ivan Toney, nice kick around with the lads. I hope he puts up the video of the Porto manager dancing with his cigar in the dressing room. Did you see that after the first game?
Yeah.
It was like they'd won the competition, and I was like,
"So Arteta's got that stored somewhere."
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't.
That should be the last thing he shows them before they walk out on the pitch.
No. I don't know where Liam is. I need him to press a button to end the show. I don't know where he's gone. So I don't know if we can leave us in the show without him or what. It's all fun and here, guys and girls.
You're just going to have to entertain us and sing a song now, Brooksy, or something.
No, that was Saturday. You've had to do some music, and I've had a few drinks, mate, and a couple of you'll be
right.
sick.
I throw in while we're waiting on Liam. I'll throw in a stat that I think is very impressive. I put it in a comment on the show the other night that this season Arsenal defenders have scored 11 goals this season so far. Liverpool 6 and Man City 5. And I think that's very interesting. It could be it's a little advantage we seem to have that our defenders are scoring a lot more, in some cases double, than our two closest rivals. Like 11's very impressive for a team to score at this stage of the season.
Everyone is chipping in with a goal, and that's what you want. Everyone's getting up and scoring. Everyone's so confident that everyone's having a crack. Whereas around trying to pass here and there and back and forth and getting nowhere, and this time we're smacking it in from all angles. Yeah,
it's fantastic. Like hopefully they keep it up, and it could be a difference between a trophy or not.
Right. Well, Liam's put something out, said he's here, guys. I mean, I can't see him, so I'll just take it. He's in the background looking around that little pest somewhere.
He's getting ready to pick us up.
Yeah,
He is.
we should probably
So-
say our goodbyes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will say thank you very much, Ian, Mark, Karl, and
Thank
Coach.
you.
Absolute sheer sensation. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to talk about the beautiful Arsenal. Everybody that's taken the time to watch and all the messages, we appreciate it very much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Here's to a wonderful Saturday night of Arsenal smashing Brentford. Things going away Sunday, top of the league. Thank you very much and good night.